Okay, I got more. Let's talk Super Bowl week. So I thought what's so interesting about the Super Bowl week is like it's a showcase of the Bay Area and the 49ers. And there's a few takeaways it seemed like everyone had from this week. One is that like, oh my God, San Francisco is so beautiful. It's gotten such a bad rap on social media the last 5 to 10 years. I am surprised. It seemed like a lot of people from around the country were like Pat McAfee said it and all the Barstool guys said it. It seems like people are having a legitimately great time running around San Francisco downtown. I mean, which is wonderful for anyone who's from here and has pride about the Bay. I'm an Oakland guy. I don't go to San Francisco as much as I should, but I know it's one of the greatest cities in the world, and I'm proud of it. And it annoys me when people from when I get in an Uber in Tampa or Orlando, and the guy asks me where I'm from, and I say the Bay, and I get this long silence, and he's like, "Man, that's tough, man. That's sorry to hear that." It's like, man, shh, excuse me. I wouldn't trade places with you. I don't want to live in Orlando. Anytime I ask someone when I'm in Orlando, hey, what would you recommend doing? They're like, have you gone to Disney World? I'm 38. Do I look like I want to go to Disney World? What kind of sick person do you think I am? So I'm just saying, it was nice to see people understand, like, oh, wow, it's like the most incredible food scene in the country. Yup. Oh, it's like the most physically beautiful city in the world. Well, in the country, maybe the world. Yup. Oh, it's right next to Oakland, which has an even better food scene. Yup. So that was one takeaway. Love that. That's great. Also, the other takeaway is why the hell did the Niners not play in San Francisco? How did you not? How did you move away? You got the Giants and the Warriors right downtown, freaking prime real estate, and you're in Santa Clara, which is far away. It's around office buildings. It looks like an office building. It has none of the charm that San Francisco has. I mean, say what you want about Candlestick Park being a dump or smelling like garbage. It had charm. Levi's doesn't. So everyone for the second time, because they had this realization 10 years ago when they had the Super Bowl the first time, Super Bowl 50. Now the realization happening again. Wow, what an incredible city. How silly is it that the Niners aren't here? And then the topper offer. Not only did you move away from the city, you moved next to an electric substation, which may or may not be the reason that you're the most injured team in the league every year, almost every year, including this last year. So the substation has been a huge topic to the point where Jed Yorks had to bring it up twice this week. One, he brought it up on Kay Adams' show without even being asked, was super, he just botched it, said a bunch of stuff that he probably regrets. Then he did like another take. He went on with Alex Sherman and CNBC, some guy who's a Niner fan or something. I don't know who he is. But Jed tried again to answer the question, and Sherman didn't really press him on it. Because I think to get a sit down with Jed, you have to like acknowledge beforehand that you think the theory has no merit. And again, he just said, I don't believe it. You know, Steve Young spent his whole career here and started named like players from the 80s and 90s. Okay. Well, I just think he's not reading the room. He can say that as much as he wants, but he needs to listen, should listen to his players. Because at the Radio Row, player after player on the Niners kept expressing their concern. Kendrick Bourne said he buys the theory. And then Kyle Juszczyk and Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle all had the same thing to say. It's almost like they've been talking about it together and they agree. It's like, look, professional athletes are always chasing ways to get 1% better. And they'll do things that may or may not make them 1% better. You know what I mean? Like special hyperbaric chambers to sleep. I don't even know the kind of stuff they spend money on to maybe get a little bit better at their craft or be more athletic or recover better, whatever. They care about stuff like that. And what they say is, what if there's something out of our control right in our backyard that's making us 1% worse? It's a fair thing to wonder. And it's like, if the Niners are going to say that they don't put any stock into it, as a player, I wouldn't be enough. I'd want to see like some studies that you did. Measure the EMF waves here. Tell me exactly how much I'm being exposed to. Get multiple doctors and scientists to weigh in and see what they like. Give me information. Convince me that I'm good here, that this isn't hurting me. Because Christian had Achilles tendonitis and had to miss a year and, had to leave the country to avoid tearing his Achilles. George Kittle did tear his Achilles. Dre Greenlaw did tear his Achilles. I mean, how about Ricky Pearsall? That dude never missed a game in college. He had injuries, but not serious ones, and he played through them. In the NFL, I mean, PCL, ligament, missed a ton of games. I'm not saying it's the Substation's fault, but like, I don't blame the players for wondering if it is. And the more that guys like Kittle and McCaffrey, what about when Bosa says something about it when someone finally puts a microphone in front of his face? What about when Purdy says it? If Trent Williams, starting to seem like a lot of people in the locker room are concerned. I mean, if you were on the team that's the most injured team in the league, wouldn't you be concerned? It's like, aren't we all expecting them to be the most injured team in the league next year too? What's going to be different? They're still going to be practicing there. They have a pattern. I'd be scared if I were a player on this team. Like, from Kittle's perspective, you're like, man, I've been here 8 years, 9 years. Been playing next to this thing. I mean, of course this happened. So, yeah, Substation. They got to do something about that. All their players are talking about it. And what's funny is, if they do, the only real experiment that they can conduct that would be compelling is moving the team. You got all these players who've been exposed to these waves for long durations and, you know, a high intensity of them. What happens when you move them away? Do they suddenly stay healthy? Do they win the Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be incredible? Wouldn't that be the living end?